Good morning, grade 5. How are you all? I hope you guys are safe and sound at your places. Well, I wish good health to you and your family. As you know very well that today we are going to discuss our online lecture number 14. Subject is social studies and the topic name is major historical events. Well, guys, previously I have delivered 9 lectures on this topic, and this one is going to be your final lecture on the topic major historical events. Well, as you know very well, in this lecture, we have discussed about the War of Independence, its economic, political, social, and religious causes. We have also talked about all major historical events that led to the creation of Pakistan. Specifically, we have talked about two nation theory, establishment of Indian National Congress, division of Bengal, and guys, we have also slightly discussed about All India Muslim League, and then we have talked about Khilafat movement, and guys, we have talked about later on about Allahabad address of Allama Muhammad Iqbal, Pakistan resolution and establishment of Pakistan. And the previous lecture which I have delivered, that lecture was about all important historical events and their impact on international community, and we have also discussed about comparison of life in early versus present Pakistan. Well, guys, let's talk about the overview of lecture number 14. Well, guys, in our today's lecture, we are going to discuss about, firstly, we'll talk about, the good characters in history. I have told you in previous lecture that this lecture is going to be very interesting for you because in this lecture, I am going to talk about the person who is, kind of role model for all of us. Well, guys, today we'll talk about good characters in history, and guys, in this series, we will discuss about Nelson Mandela. So, I want you to open your page number 57. That will be good for you while listening the lecture. 5, as you know very well that a good leader has an exemplary character. Well, guys, it is very important for a good leader to maintain trustworthiness among its people, and it must be important for him to lead from the front. Well, guys, if we talk about good leaders, let's not forget a good leader needs to be trusted and be known to live his life with respect, honesty, and integrity. Well, if we talk about good leaders, we have to make sure this thing that a good leader must be a trustworthy. Well, guys, true authority is born out of respect from the respect of the good characters and trustworthiness of a person who leads. And guys, a good leader is committed to excellence. And the second best thing about good leader is that a good leader is always trying to raise the bar in order to achieve excellence in all areas. Well, in the series of good characters in history, today we are going to discuss about Nelson Mandela, and previously we have talked about Molvi Fazlul Haq. Guys, look at the picture which is right now on your slide. Well, this is the picture of Nelson Mandela, the former black president of South Africa. Guys, Nelson Mandela has a separate kind of fan base in the world, and he was born on July 18, 1918, in the village of Mobizo in Otmeta, South Africa. Well, Nelson Mandela, the last of the giants who led the South Africa struggle against the colonialism. And guys, this struggle made him the most respected person who led the struggle against injustice and discrimination. Well, he was the only person who spoke about the rights of the black people. Well, guys, this lecture is going to be very interesting because we will talk about the ups and downs of the life of Nelson Mandela. Nelson Mandela is also known as a peacemaker in the world, and Nelson Mandela was a qualified liar and who later became the first black president of South Africa. More than just a politician, he was a political activist, and Mandela truly believed in the cause of freedom, democracy, and justice. When Nelson Mandela was born, that was the time when there was a rule of all white people on South Africa, and white people were really very racist, and they were not ready to give the rights to black people. And he was the one who started the struggle against this racism and colonialism. Guys, in our religion, even Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said that Arab has no superiority on non-Arab people, and non-Arab has not any kind of superiority on Arab people. And also he said that white has no superiority on black, and black has no superiority on white people. So it's mean that in our religion it is very clear that गोरे को काले पर कोई फजीलत नहीं हासिल और काले को गोरे पर कोई फजीलत नहीं हासिल. But as you know that our European world is absolutely away from our religion. So guys, that was the time when Nelson Mandela took stand against them, and his life story is all about is a kind of heroic symbol in the history, because he was the one who started the struggle for the black people, and his story is all about the ups and downs. It is kind of roller coaster. Well guys, today we'll discuss about few of his life events in this lecture. Well, grade 5, Nelson Mandela, as I told you, that was a qualified lawyer. Well, in 1994, Mandela joined the African National Congress and participated in the resistance against the apartheid policies of South African government. Well, he wanted to change the situation in South Africa, where whites were rich and blacks were poor. And guys, the law which allowed this to happen, and that law was apartheid law. Well, as I told you in previous slide, that when Nelson Mandela, he was young person, and he was the one who was ready to speak against the laws for the black people. That was a time when there was a government of white people, and white people were absolutely hating all black peoples, and they were not ready to give them their rights. Though they have passed the law, according to that law, any white person can take the property of black person. And guys, they were just making sure that black people will get poor with the every passing moment, every passing month or year. Well guys, Nelson Mandela was the one who wanted to change the situation in South Africa. Well, he wanted nothing less than getting rid of, apartheid system of governance, which allowed one group to establish supremacy and dominance, and the other group was, the one who was like absolutely helpless. And he was the voice of all black people of South Africa. Well, right now maybe you're hearing different sounds from in the background, because here is outside, fast wind is blowing. Well, let's focus on the lecture, not on the wind. Well, guys, as I told you that he experienced firsthand how apartheid had stripped back all South Africans to their dignity and was holding them back, and they took up all the you can say that rights of black people. Well, guys, he was the hope and symbol of, you can say that, dignity and leadership for all black people of South Africa. Nelson Mandela started the struggle against, white people for protecting the rights of black people. Well, he started protest against them, and he started protest on the roads. Day by day, that protest getting intense, and these protests were become the greatest problem for the white people's government. Well, guys, on 11 February 1990, Mandela was released from the prison, and he was arrested on 12 June 1964. Mandela sentenced for 27 years in prison at Robben Island. And guys, the number which has been given to him as a prisoner, that was 46664. Well, guys, he accepted it with a great dignity because he knew that overthrowing apartheid called for the struggle and sacrifice, and he was prepared for the long walk for the freedom. Well, guys, 10,000 days he spent in prison, and he spent these days, and he was making plan to break the prison, and every day he failed to get out of this prison. Well, guys, there was a time when British people wanted him to get out of the prison, and because they want him to give him the sentence for the death. That was the reason they gave him again and again chances to get out of the prison. Well, guys, he knew very well that overthrowing the apartheid law, it isn't easy. It is a long walk freedom. So, guys, he spent 10,000 days in prison, and these 10,000 days absolutely failed to break Mandela and his aim to get rid out of this, all domination of white people. 5 on 11 February 1990, Mandela was released from the prison, and it was unconditional release. He was free to do anything, and he was put in jail for 27 years, as I told you, only because he was fighting for the rights and equality for black people. Well, guys, even while he was jailed, he continued to be a leader and the symbol of struggle for South Africans. And he released from jail because he became more stronger with every passing day. And guys, he became more stronger leader, as I told you that during that span of prison, white people wanted him to get out of prison, and he gave him so many chances, but he denied because he knew very well that the freedom walk is not an easy job. He was really calm, and he spent all those years with great, while learning lots of stuff inside the prison. Well, guys, he was not bitter or ready to take revenge. That is the reason he is known as a peacemaker. Because the party which gave him the prison of 27 years, he was just ready to forgive that party for the sake of the rights of black people. Well, guys, he forgave them, and that was the great initiative for peacemaking. He found common ground and embarrassing those who was once against him, and helping him the country to the bridge, which was seems to be like impossible. Well, guys, that is the reason Nelson Mandela is known as a peacemaker in the history of the world. Well, he won many prizes for this thing as well. Guys, Nelson Mandela is an incredible person in the history of the world who was able to motivate the entire country to work together for the sake of better human, life of the people inside the South Africa. He wasn't attached to a particular ideology or goal. Instead, he was willing to build a, relationship on all sides in order to accomplish his goal of, united and successful South Africa. That is the reason, guys, when he was because when he was inside the jail, he got opportunity to gain more people's votes, and you can say that the more people's you can say that favors. But when once he released from the prison, he said that I am forgiving all those people who were against me in past 27 years. And he won many prizes. Well, he won Nobel Prize, and guys, Nobel Prize is, you can say that, the most distinguished, and you can say that the biggest prize in the world. He won that Nobel Prize in 1993. Well, he was the freedom fighter, and guys, he stood like you can say that rock, and he fought for the rights of all black people of South Africa. That is the reason that nowadays in European countries racism is still existing, but the percentage is very low. When there was a time when Nelson Mandela was in South Africa, the racism was at its peak, and all the white people were hating black people because of their color. Guys, after spending 27 years in prison and after struggling a lot for the freedom, finally, in the first democratic elections of 1994, he became the president of South Africa. Well, till his death, he remained an African true to the soil, and he won more than 250, medals or prizes, including the Freedom Medal of South Africa or Peace Nobel Prize as a peacemaker in the world. Well, guys, he said that I have done whatever I could, both as an individual and as a leader of my people. Because of my experience in South Africa and my own proudly felt African background, not because of what any outsider might have said. Well, guys, South Africa lost one of the foremost freedom fighter on Thursday, December 5, 2013, who made his mark on every individual across the globe. And Nelson Mandela is known as a living legacy. Well, at the end of this lecture, I'm going to include, short video clip which will tell you a bit more details about, about the struggle of the freedom of Nelson Mandela, and you guys will get idea that what kind of, apartheid law was, inside South Africa and what kind of struggles he faced. Well, guys, at the end of this lecture, I'm going to say that there is no passion to be found playing small in setting for a life that is less than one you are capable of living.
Rolihlahla Mandela, born in 1918 to the chief of Mvezo in the Eastern Cape, Mpakanyiswa Mandela. Their lives changed when the government stripped the chief of his title and land after a disagreement. Mvezo was no longer home. The Mandela family walked many miles to Qunu, where they settled. Young Rolihlahla loved living in Qunu. He was free to run in the fields near his mother's hut. He tended to cattle and played as long as he obeyed his father and abided by the customs of his people. Go, Puti, go! This part of young Mandela's life ended when he was 9 years old and his father died. He was taken in and educated by the regent Jongindaba. He had to be strong. He was sent to boarding school where he worked hard. He was one of a few African children to go to high school. At Hilltown, the largest school for Africans in the country, he became a leader. Mandela was sent to Fort Hare University. In 1940, he stood up for change and joined the student boycott. He faced two choices: back down or be expelled. He chose expulsion. The regent was furious and insisted that Mandela return to university. He arranged marriages for him and his own son, Justice. They decided to escape. They arrived in Johannesburg, a city built on the labor of African miners. There was no turning back.